is a mess in the background. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to Marie Kondo my life. Today I'm doing an updated Brazilian video because I've gotten a lot of questions from the first one, and I also mentioned ordering a numbing cream, which I didn't get a chance to use at the time. So you guys wanted an update, and so here I am. Let's get started. First and foremost, how you want to use the cream is to clean skin, apply the gel in a generous layer, and you don't want to rub it in. You just literally want to smooth it over the surface, and then you need to cover it. Usually you would use a plastic wrap, but since I don't buy plastic wrap, I would encourage using silicone. In fact, they actually sell silicone underwear that is meant for this purpose. I think that they actually have products where they sell kind of a duo pack where you can buy a numbing cream and the underwear as a set. If I can find that, I will put it in the description box. But again, I haven't tried it, so I don't really know how well it works. So you want to apply a thick layer, you want to cover it, and then you want to wait. Wait anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. That's going to be really awkward. So the active ingredient in numbing cream is lidocaine, which is the same thing that you receive before you get stitches, or similar to Novocaine, which you get when you get a filling or something like that. Injected into the skin, it obviously numbs the area. However, when you're putting on a cream or a lotion or a gel, you're really just relying on how much the skin is absorbing, and also your hair follicle is pretty deep. If you guys saw my how to apply sugar wax video, what you probably noticed is that the strand below the surface was even longer than what you could actually see above the surface of the skin. So that's why you need to wait such a long period of time, and that's why you want to apply a thick layer, because you want the skin to potentially absorb as much lidocaine as you possibly can. You actually need it to penetrate all the way to the root of the hair where those nerve endings are, which I'm going to be honest, I don't think that it does. So essentially what I'm trying to say is the burning or tingling sensation that you usually feel on the surface of your skin after you've removed your hair might be subdued a little bit. However, since we're removing the hair from the root, that process is not going to be completely pain-free. But I did notice that the discomfort subsided a little bit faster, because that can linger for quite a few hours and make you sore. I basically recommend anything that at least has 6% lidocaine in it. And another thing is I only put it on the pubic bone. I only put it on my pubic bone because, again, you really need to be careful about not getting certain things in your purse, especially products that are not water-based. This is where I experience the most pain. And also, this is a good time to mention that you should not be using numbing cream on large areas of your body. I cannot stress enough. I'm not joking. I say this with extreme caution. If you need to wax your legs, stomach, back, arms, do not apply numbing cream, because you can actually die from it. It can make your body stop functioning properly. Some people like to kind of pick and choose the information that they decide to follow, but this is not the one. You could only apply numbing cream to small areas of the body, and I do not recommend with regular frequency. So that's how you would apply the numbing cream, but now let's talk about where it would fit in, because another question that I get is, when do I apply it? So if you haven't seen my how to actually apply sugar wax video, I do recommend that you guys go watch it. But to recap, step 1 is just to cleanse the area, and step 2 is to apply powder. So to apply your numbing cream, you just go right in the middle of those steps. So step 1 stays the same. Step 2 is to apply the cream, wait, and cleanse the area again. And then applying your powder becomes step 3. What you should always do before you're getting waxed, whether you're doing it yourself or you're going to a professional, is that you need to do pre-wax care. Using sugar or non-sugar really doesn't matter. You should always be exfoliating. However, it should not be the day of. It could be the day before. It can even be the day before the day before. This is because exfoliating actually causes a little bit of damage, which isn't necessarily bad, but it is enough to cause irritation. So exfoliating, of course, is going to remove any dead skin cells from the surface of the skin, making it easier for the sugar or the wax to actually grab onto the hair and basically not waste all of that stickiness on grabbing the skin instead of fully encapsulating the hair that you want to remove. Exfoliating is going to trigger the skin to repair itself, so you're basically telling the skin wake up, do your job. But you have to remember too that pulling your hair out is also traumatic to the skin as well, so you don't want to be overly abrasive by doing both in one day. You want to give the skin some type of recovery time to reduce the inflammation and not compromise your immune system and setting yourself up for folliculitis or trap bacteria that may turn into a pimple or worse, an ingrown hair. So just like you don't want to be overly abrasive before you wax, the same goes for your post care. Do not exfoliate immediately after you've sugared. Don't do it the day of, and definitely don't do it the day after. In fact, I wouldn't even do it the day after that. Remember, your skin is vulnerable. Where there was once hair, there is now not. and you forcefully removed that hair from its home. Inflammation is the body's response to trauma. Just because your skin isn't red, it doesn't mean that it's not inflamed. So do not irritate your skin any further. Anything that you do after you wax should be super soothing, calming, gentle. Anything that you're about to apply to your skin, think of all of those adjectives. Ask yourself, does this product fit into that category? So don't even use anything with AHAs or BHAs or PHAs, like no HAs. What does the P stand for? I don't even know. So after I've given myself a full like 72 hours, I will then start to use a gentle exfoliation. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean that you have to use like a scrub. Your exfoliator doesn't have to be a physical one. You can, after this point, just use a serum or a toner that has alpha hydroxy acids or beta hydroxy acids. If you guys saw my KP video, then you know that I like the AHA renewal serum from Ren. It could even be as simple as a hemp cloth or a washcloth. In fact, the one that I have is like the charcoal one. I use that on my body. However, the Korean washcloths, like the green one specifically, I find that to be too much. Like that one feels like sandpaper. It hurts. So I'd probably say steer clear of that one, but you know your skin better than I do. I just never think that you should be overly abrasive with your skin. It's just gonna fight back and possibly scar. So there is such a thing as over exfoliating. Don't think that you're making up for something by exfoliating every day or every other day, because what you're actually doing is giving your skin zero recovery time. Don't be afraid to even use like a clay mask. They're great at absorbing excess oil, especially in the summertime when you're like sweating more. In fact, I already made a video where I DIY'd a toner and a mask that doubles as a scrub that you could use on your pubic area. So you guys can click on the eye in the corner of the screen if you want to see that. And last but not least, you do want to make sure that you're regularly moisturizing your skin. Skin that is dry really does not behave well. You guys already know your body is literally over 50% water. Basically, your skin can't regenerate or protect itself when it's not at its optimal health. Of course, one of the ways that it stays at that optimal health is when it is properly hydrated. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, then you know that I recently got this mist from Flamingo that I'm trying out. So of course, I'll report back on that. And I know that trying to stay on top of your skincare can get like really expensive. So it is important to know the difference between what is worth purchasing at what price point and what you can kind of do without. So I will be sharing some more DIY recipes with you guys because I am trying to be a lot more strict with my budgeting. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up because it really lets me know what you guys want to see more of. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you have any questions, then you can just leave them down below, and I'll see you next week. Bye!